Hi, this is Mick Elliott from Electronic Specifier. I'm on the Filtronic stand at European Microwave Week, where today a new product has been launched. And Dan, maybe you'd like to describe that for us?
Sure, thanks Mick. Yeah, so we've launched the Morpheus X2, and that's an E-band transceiver for 5G backhaul. And what we've done with Morpheus X2 is we've extended the power and the linearity. So for OEMs who've got their E-band point-to-point radios for 5G backhaul, they can now extend the range of those links. So the way we've done that, we've taken our existing platform, we've planar combined two compound semiconductor mimics into the same footprint as the predecessor product, and that enables them to simply drop it into their existing radios and differentiate and have let's call it a high performance long-range option and retain their existing baseline standard power version. Associated with that, we've also spun off another product, which is Hades, which we actually launched a couple of months ago, but it takes the same power amplifier technology for companies who've already got their own up and down converters. They can implement this active diplexer Hades into their radio, again to boost the power. So the two products kind of run side by side for clients who've got different architecture radios, but it's still all focused on that 5G XHaul for very, very high capacity point-to-point 5G communications.
Okay, now the X2 is based on your kind of Morpheus platform, if you like. So just in terms of performance, what extra does it bring?
So in broad terms, it gives us another 3 dBm of transmit power. So it ups that power and linearity to really extend the range. The rest of the module we've pretty much kept the same, but we're really focusing on pushing the performance of the conductor technology to the maximum that we can achieve from it.
Okay, but you've got 7.8 dB to 8 dB, but you're also offering 4.5 to 5 dB for specialist applications. What might that be?
That's a good question. That actually relates to the receiver sensitivity and the noise figure of the receiver. So our standard product, as you say, it's got about 7-8 dB standard receive noise figure. But the way we've architected this transceiver these days, we can rapidly swap out the LNA mimic and put a lower noise solution in there. So again, for niche applications such as private networks, perhaps high-frequency trading, this sort of application, we can reduce that noise figure, improve the received noise sensitivity, and extend the range, improve the sensitivity of the overall system.
Okay, and is that the reconfigurable architecture you talk about, or is that separate?
That's absolutely right. It is. It's basically the ability to very rapidly customize a solution. Our second generation product, it used to be quite a long development cycle to change the mimic architecture. But when we redesigned the product, we made it interchangeable technology where we could swap out a mimic for a different type of mimic. Certain clients sometimes have access to their own devices, and they may like us to embed them within the transceiver as well. And so we've enabled that rapid reconfiguration, so that within a matter of weeks or just a couple of months, there's a new version available for a custom specific application.
Sorry, so how do you embed that in the customer's product?
So, well, underneath the millimeter wave hybrid assembly, we're just able to change the mimic, but we've made the size such that it can accommodate different devices. So it's just a very, very quick development. We're not starting the design from scratch. We're really just doing a little iteration, and we've proven that now in 2 or 3 different applications. So it's really just about changing the bill of materials and then spinning out another part number for that specific application.
I guess one of the big benefits is you've got your own manufacturing facility in Sedgefield. How much is that of a benefit?
It's actually fundamental, because certainly at these frequencies at 80 gigahertz, the manufacturing tolerances are ultra critical, and knowing that you can place the die repeatably when you're making thousands of these per month, and you have to place that die in the same position time and time again, form the bond wire absolutely perfectly every time at 80 gigahertz. Having that in-house with the manufacturing process engineers working hand in hand with the design engineers is actually critical at these millimetre wave frequencies. You can kind of get away with it. There's a lot more leeway when you're down sub 40 gigahertz, but you get above 50, 60 gigahertz, up at 80 and above, it really does matter, and you must understand your process capabilities.
So it's all about yield improvement.
It is. That's absolutely right. We've got clients who come to us with manufacturing solutions where they've taken something into production and suddenly their yields dipped, and they come to us and they say, "Help, Filtronic, can you help us get that yield back up?" And so we can maybe make a design tweak, help them understand the manufacturing tolerances, and get that yield to be appropriate for the market.
Okay, just so everybody knows, just a broad look at the applications.
Yeah, so the primary application for this is the 5G point-to-point backhaul, and that's connecting the cell site back into the core network with a point-to-point radio when fibre isn't available. But we've got alternative adjacent markets to that, and that includes, we've got clients who are looking at trackside to train, so that's connecting from the trackside to a high-speed train for multi-gigabit per second connectivity into the train vehicle. We've also got an adjacent market which we've been working in for several years now, which is high-altitude pseudo-satellites. So that's connectivity from the ground to the platform and into platform. So into platform links, multi-gigabit per second. So they're the primary. And then we're seeing now the interest in these higher frequency transceivers for satellite, SATCOM. So the gateways into some of these mega constellations, for example, they're looking at very high frequencies, moving above Ka band up to Q, V and E band. And so derivatives of this technology are appropriate for that market. So higher power solutions for long range, ground to air, into platform. And then in aerospace and defence, again, we've got unmanned vehicles up there that are becoming more prevalent in the aerospace and defence industry. And that's another adjacent market for a very similar use case, point to point, very high capacity. It's all about the demand for data increases, and we can provide a solution with a very wide pipe, multi-gigabit per second.
Okay, and the product's available now?
Yeah, absolutely. So X2 is available right now, and we'll be into volume manufacture, I would think, in the early part of 2023. But the product's there. We've actually got it under test, and the engineering guys are just ready working through that NPI conclusion phase.
Okay. Ben Rhodes of Filtronic, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.